Oop. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. I don't know why I said it like that. I think I'm going to try to change the intro a little bit. How's everybody doing? Let's see what's going on here. I am in Discord today. It is Wednesday, January 6th, 2021, which is amazing. We're on episode 171. And today is the viewer suggestion. So I'm going to hang out in YouTube for a little bit here. We're probably going to be here till around noon-ish. And then I'm going to jump over to Twitch, do the same thing till about 1 or 2. And we'll go from there. So let me get a piece of paper out. Because, you know, that's how we do it. That's how we do it most days. Ah! Throwing a pencil at myself now. That's not good. Let's go ahead and get that going. Corvus, welcome. Oh, welcome. Let me pop out the YouTube chat here so I can see what people are saying. Luke Holes, welcome. Welcome to the YouTube. Let me switch this over so we can see everything. I think there definitely needs to be... I'm getting real close to, like, figuring out my setup, and I'm super happy about it. It only took 2 years, but, you know, we're getting there. We're starting to figure it out. King, welcome. Sierra, welcome. Druid, welcome. The Discord... In the Discord, there is a link to the drawing for any Patreon members if you'd like to come draw with us. Highly appreciate that. Let me actually get the stream open so people can see what's going on. Hey, yeah! We are back at it in the Aggie IO. So, let's see what's going on. Warforged with swords and a kite shield. That sounds like a normal Warforged. I like it. Warforged. Sword and shield. Sword and board. I'll do like some sword and board. Haven't been here in a long time. Well, welcome back, Rick. And Blocked Prime, welcome as well. Let me get this mic set up. How's the volume levels? I think there's a discrepancy between this and the other audio mediums that we do. Ooh, geez, everyone's just flying in and out of Discord today. I don't know what's going on. Either way, let's start with the rugby like we normally do, and then we'll move on to this Warforged. I think that's the way to do it. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone had a wonderful week so far. One of these days I'm going to be able to draw rugby like real good right off the bat. Or I'm going to like accidentally draw them some really crazy way that I did not expect, and then it'll be amazing, and I'll do that forever. Who knows? I'm going to do a chunky rugby today. Feels like a chunky rugby Wednesday. Let's do some of this. Things are setting up pretty good this week, so looking forward to doing some D&D tomorrow. Looking forward to... Actually, I'm going to have lots of D&D tomorrow, which is going to be great. It's for my friend's character, so try with... It's for my friend's character, so try with the head to make it similar to an echo in Destiny 2 if you can. An echo. I don't know what an echo is. XO? I don't know what that is either. What does that mean? It's just like the Destiny armor? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I can do that. I can definitely do that. Robot Guardians, yeah. I think Druid's computer is exploding. Which is not great. Oh. Something's going on. Yeah. Do you need us to call somebody? Is he doing Morse code with joining and leaving Discord? That was terrible Morse code. Anyways, we're going to move on from that joke. What's the actual name for Morse code? Like, Morse code is a type of language, and I can't remember what it's actually called. No, fair enough. It is a type of I'll eventually remember it and just freak out and scream it in the middle of no thought processes. So, semaphore. I don't know if that's the right thing. Should probably have up teeth or down teeth. I can't decide. Look at my... Just teeth everywhere. He is a goblin, so that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Just do a little feather. There we go. That's our morning rugby. Top of the morning to you. Let's draw a rugby. Jacksepticeye's got beans, and I got rugby. That's how we warm up every day. I did say I was gonna start by doing exercises. I need to find like a non-copywritten exercise routine that I can just wake up every morning and do with everyone. I'm gonna do some stretches real quick. I'm gonna hold that for 5 seconds. I'm gonna go over here. I don't think that was 5 seconds, but I'm gonna count to 5 real quick. Yep. I'm just sitting in my chair, doing my early morning stretches. Ooh, pretend like you're doing some I was gonna say breaststrokes, but that's not appropriate. Some swimming maneuvers on YouTube. Try not to smack the microphone. Do some hand stretches here, some finger stretches. All right, I feel ready. Let's do this. Warforged. Let's bang this out. Well, if I guess that was yesterday. Okay, if Druid comes back, maybe he'll draw with us. Everyone else is welcome to draw with us if they like. Jonas jumped in here, but he's not in the live stream, so that's strange. But that's fine as well. All right. Yeah, there's the Jonas. Good morning, Jonas. You're in luck today. The first thing is a Destiny Warforged sword and board robot. Draw. It's a Warforged, based on the Destiny 2 robots. Yep, there you go. Jonas knows what's up. That's all we got. That's all we got today. So, was there another one? Did I miss one? A Grung Death Cleric with a sensor. Ooh, I like that. That's a good one too. Death Cleric. Steve. Doing pretty good. How are you doing? Nice. I see Steve as a barbarian. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, okay. Is that like the main character? The basic skin is Steve. All right, gotcha. I have not played Minecraft in like 10 years until the other day. And I booted it up. And before I did literally anything in game, I didn't even like start the game up. I threw away the default skin. So just instantly went to Google and tried to find a better skin. Yeah. If I play much more, I'll probably make my own. Because I've done that in the past. I just, didn't do it this time because I was like, yeah, let's play some games. Not playing with the default Steve, so. Yeah, that's what we got. We got Warforged with a sword and shield, which, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. You missed the warm-up. You missed the... I might start doing that. Like, it was half a joke, but I think that might be a better way to start the day. Yeah, do a quick workout. I have most of the stuff here to actually get my camera working, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I mainly got it for to do more food videos. Whichever you didn't watch the food video, check that out. Tell me what you think. If you think it sucks, let me know that, and then I'll stop making them. But if you like it, maybe I'll make some more. I need feedback. There's no feedback on those videos. It doesn't help me at all. Very few. Yeah. I think the last time I looked, 100 people saw the video, which is less than one of the live streams. So it's weird. I don't know if people just don't care or they aren't seeing it, and that's what I need to know. I need to know if people aren't seeing that. Yeah, it might be that people just have to. Interesting. That's interesting. Maybe I released it at a weird time. Hey, I don't want to be one of the people aiding in the request spam, but can you draw one of my homebrew races? They're 7 feet tall, anthropomorphic carnivorous rabbits with claws and fangs. Giant monster rabbit, we can probably put that on there. Actually, I did quite a bit of sketches for a rabbit folk for uh-oh. Boo. That to me seems like there's either something weird going on with his microphone or it is broken. Discord should not do that. Because it does look like he has an open mic, but there's no sound coming out, which is real weird. I can't hear you guys. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Druid, it says, I can't hear you guys. Yeah, it looks like, I think your Discord might not be using your microphone. And or speakers. I would Yeah, you might be watching the stream. Who knows? They're actually relatively friendly towards sapient creatures, like monkey creatures, or sentient creatures, but they are still predators. Yeah, I did a lot of sketches for rabbit folk for one of my friends was trying to design a video game, and so he had rabbit folk as one of his characters. So I did quite a bit of sketching for that, so that could be fun. We could do something like that. Yeah. All right, Corvus, what do you got today? Okay, Dwarven Cleric, Paladin, Egyptian. Dwarven, Paladin, Paladin. Paladin, yeah, I'm Paladin. I have a silver sap I'd like to use against the werewolf. It's okay. Well, that's what, the sap, I would assume. If you put silver in a sock, it becomes a blackjack. Does the silver have to be on the outside, or can it be on the inside? Do you have to make contact with the silver? Yeah. Not a good, I mean, it's an effective weapon. Not cool, Not cool. Yeah. Right? I got bullied a lot as a kid. And, one time in high school, I fell in with the wrong people, and I ended up realizing that I was bullying somebody, and I was just like, I'm out. I can't hang out with you guys anymore. Like, you've turned me into the asshole. And it took someone slapping me in the face to realize that. So, So for all of those stand up to your bullies, it worked on me, but I don't think I was notoriously a bully. It was kind of I was the annoying little shit in the corner, yeah. I had a mouth on me, and I got me into a lot of trouble. Did you go to? No, I just yeah. That yeah, corporal punishment isn't okay in a lot of places. Yeah, it does not surprise me. Not like I feel like, man, I don't know anymore. Let's see what we can do here. That's a creative way to do it. I can't actively talk about that stuff on YouTube, so I'm gonna just walk away from it. Just gonna walk away. Back to D&D. I do remember I went to swimming lessons as a child. I remember that. So I knew how to swim. Like I was trained on how to swim, but I also remember drowning a few times and being scared of water. So both of those things happened. 3/4 body shield, but keep the pointy edges. Block prime, come on. All right. You know, eventually, if you want like hyper commissions, I get paid to do that. Like that'd be cool. But it is Wednesday, so I'll allow it today. I think I'll. Whoops. Yeah, Jonas can do whatever you want. But no, I remember my dad. No, not trying to drown me. But like my sister was really scared of water, and I remember him and her in a small inflatable raft in like 2 feet of water, and then him like slowly filling it up with water to try to get her. Like the boat is not going to sink. You can be on a boat; it can be full of water because it was an inflatable raft, and she wouldn't have it. She just did not care one way or the other. It's like, this boat will not sink. And she's like, no! And it's like, we both know how to swim, and you have a life jacket, and it's like, you're not going to drown here. Why are you having an issue? And I remember that being really funny at the time. And it's like, I don't know if that was legit. Like, was that the reason that I'm scared of water? Because we were so cavalier about it? Or... you know, is it okay to slightly traumatize people as a way of learning? So, yeah, like weird punishments. That wasn't really a punishment, though. That was kind of like a trust exercise that failed horribly. People post spiders. Yep. That's kind of that goes back to that bully thing. Like there's this weird limit of like teasing and like you're safe, so this isn't really hurting you, but it's like, is it though? Like where do you draw that line? You can kind of relate that to D&D as well too, because of the like I've had people give me like, here, sign this waiver so that we know exactly what you want in a D&D game, and it's like, really? Like, okay, I can see this being helpful in some situations, but at the same time, like, what are you putting in your game that's going to be so Like, are you trying to push people's limits? Like, do I need to know this stuff? Or should it be if you're playing a D&D game and someone's like, ooh, I'm not comfortable with that, then you just say, okay, well, let's adjust it then. Like, I don't know. It's not something I've had to deal with before. I have had some friends that have had touchy subjects. Like, I've had people walk up to me and say, like, you can't be cruel to animals in your game. And it's like, okay, I wasn't planning on doing that, but I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the, and that's where I don't know where to draw the limit, because I don't want to be a bully. I don't want to like purposefully push people's buttons to make them uncomfortable. But at the same time, like, maybe a little exposure is okay. No, like there's always that question of like, how far can you go before you need to start talking about it? I know with the Pathfinder, Rise of the Rune Lords, you have an opportunity to basically save a pretty awesome horse. But there's a lot of opportunities that the horse will die, and it's like, is that being cruel to the animal? Because like the characters are also in the same situation where they can die. Like, you are trying to rescue this horse, and I don't know where to draw the line between, trauma and narrative. That's a challenge, I think, for all DMs. Yeah, pets are another interesting thing to deal with D&D. Because you don't want to be mean to the pets, but at the same time, you don't bring a weasel into a combat zone without a weasel. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Unfortunately, you don't have a credit card. Don't worry about it, Block Prime. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, just the way everyone is raised differently, and like having corporal punishment in school. While I don't agree with it anymore, there was a time in my life, because I grew up the same way, to be totally honest, where it's like, oh, if you're not getting punished like that, then you're a softie. And it's like, maybe that's not okay. And it took me a long time to kind of figure that stuff out, because we're all raised differently. I'm totally fine with putting a life jacket on somebody and throwing them off a dock to teach them how to swim. maybe that's why I have my own issues now. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, what I usually do, I don't play D&D too often with new people. I think the Discord and the Patreon group have kind of been the starting points for me for not playing with like close friends. So whenever I introduce people to D&D, I always say, like, is there anything that you just don't want me to talk about? Because it's a fantasy game about violence sometimes, and subterfuge. I generally, when I play, it's like, I don't really want to get into super weird religious stuff. So if you're playing a paladin, you don't have to be like, I don't want people to have to be a crusader or I can't think of the word now. A zealot. Yeah, a zealot. And right. And I will generally say, like, I'm fine if you want to flirt with NPCs and stuff, but I, as a DM, I'm not really into that kind of thing. So generally, if you want to do that, I'm going to do a lot of rolls, and we'll talk about what happened, but I'm not going to, like, don't bring your kinks to D&D, right? Like, I'm not here to give you narrative pornography. That's on you. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a faded to black. It's like, oh, you rolled a 20. She winks at you from across the room, and now who else is gonna go? Like, what? It's like, yeah, hey, stuff happens. Yeah. Well, what was the? We did. I've run Rise of the Runelords quite a few times, and in the first chapter, there's this great opportunity for one of your players to basically like get into an intimate situation with one of the characters' townfolk's daughters, and it's always really funny because she basically tricks the player into coming over like through illicit means. That doesn't sound quite right, but and then like it unfolds, and it's always really funny because I always do that to someone. It says in the book to do it to someone who is either like the handsomest adventurer or someone who might not be expecting it, and the few times that's actually gone off without a hitch has been really, really funny because the players are always like, this is like my first game. I don't know what's going on here. And it's like, she's really into you. And it's like, run away. And I love it. I love it. Yeah, exactly. Glyphis, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's do a little more detail work up here. So like, it would not be good to jump into that kind of situation unless, like I said, I knew the person and I knew they'd be okay with it. But at the same time, I'm not into acting that stuff out. So that's my limit, right? And that's fine. Those kind of things are fine to say for D&D. And so I think the biggest thing with all of it, and unfortunately you can't be this way in the world, is just to talk to the people that you're playing with. And have those like, you know what, I don't like this. Can we not do that? And it's like, yeah, that's fine. Let's move on with it. That being said, saying that to your like your parents, like, I'm not okay with being in this boat right now. Can we just stop the water training exercise, please? Yeah, in you go. Dang it. Ooh, I have not seen that or know what that is. All right. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that one. Gotcha. Okay, so it's another Adam Savage. That would be awesome. Adam Savage Goes to Hawaii. I'd watch that. Adam Sandler Goes to Hawaii movie I think we've seen enough of those. I've never been a fan of romance in D&D personally. Glyphis, that's okay. I've actually played with a few people that are like really into, not so much into combat, but just really want to play the interpersonal connections of it. Yeah, the role play of it. But like they're not even interested in like what's happening in the world. They kind of are okay with, hey, let's have a D&D game where it just takes place on like a farm. It's like, cool. Like that's a game. That's a game type you can do. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Like Vampire the Masquerade has a very different system that works for that, and very RP heavy, yeah. And that's cool. I like that. I like that those are the options, right? Yeah. Point. What did we were playing Minecraft this weekend over the break. That was something I did with the Patreon members, and I did with the Discord group. I was just like, hey, let's find a game we can all play. Minecraft turned out to be that game. And I jumped in there, and everyone's like, okay, we got to build this, we got to build this, we got to go over here. No offense, Druid. We got to fit together all these things, and I'm like, I just want a shovel. Give me a shovel. Like, I was honestly a little overwhelmed by it. I was like everyone here knows what they're doing and is having lots of fun with it. But I really like just, randomly exploring and taking things really chill and trying stuff. And it's definitely not like that I don't want to play with these people. It's that it's like yeah, exactly, that's fair. because I enjoy being around these people and listening to them and like being in the world, but at the same time, like I don't want to be like be handheld by it, right? It's like I want to kind of do my own thing, but I want to do it with you guys, and I have to figure out how to fix that balance. That's my thing to figure out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we're gonna call this here. Sorry, go ahead, keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the next suggestion. This romance seems off to me. Death Cleric. Grunge Death Cleric. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in that note as well. I think part of my experience with Minecraft that might be different from other people. Meet halfway, really. I think my thing with Minecraft is, yeah, you're really going off there. What's up? Oh. Okay, this is good. No, that's totally fine. The thing I always like with Minecraft is, and kind of what you're saying Dalcor is for me, I really enjoy kind of the exploration of it, and I care less about the base, which is, not the case with most of the people I play with. And so, yeah, I'm much more like, okay, we're in the game, build a really quick, stupid base, because this is where we're going to spawn to a lot, and then leave it. Like, I have no no necessity for, or no, what do I say it? I don't care about really setting down roots unless I have to. And that's why some games like 7 Days to Die, I thought would be really cool, and I thought I'd be really into it, because you kind of have to defend. But I feel like 7 Days to Die kind of dropped the ball when it comes to like needing the base, because at some points it just either breaks or the zombies just become an annoyance and not a threat. And like when, go ahead. I have not heard of Space Engineers. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I was talking with... It's too stupid for that game. Yeah, he doesn't seem... I take it the conversation you're having is over the Discord, and I just can't hear others in the channel. That's correct. Yeah, so with the YouTube, I don't want to be streaming other people's voices into the YouTube, because we don't know whether or not they want it, whether or not they're old enough without getting like a permission. So I think it's much better to just have the Discord be the Discord, and I try to reiterate things I think are important. It counts. What? Oh, it counts. So yeah, if you'd like to listen in on the conversation, you're very welcome to join the Discord. We are in the voice channel chat. We just ask that you follow the rules of the Discord, and yeah, it's cool. We also share a lot of the pictures here, and if you have your own art and you'd like to share, we'd love to see it on the Discord. I keep feeling like I'm trying to draw this grung, and I keep drawing like a fish. Like, this is now like a catfish. I'm trying to, what is it, like a lolth? Lolth? Lokatha? Alright, we're gonna start over. No, I don't. I know what frogs look like. I'm good. I just have to do it. Push-ups. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yep. What was the... Oh, man. Let's do this. Dalcor, do you remember us playing EVE Online? That could be what it was. It could be that we didn't really play together. This game is, yeah, a raging garbage pile. I think, man, that game was so pretty. So pretty and had such a cool idea. It just wasn't fun to get into, like, was the problem. That's very possible, too, though. Yeah, Spreadsheets Online sounds like a game I would enjoy, though. Like, I went into that being like, yeah, all right, Spreadsheets, cool. And I was like, they're like, here's a cool little ship. And I'm like, sweet, I'm going to go mine some ore. And then it's like, oh, that's it? Just like looking around space, like, what's going on here? Right. You're not wrong. Yep, you're not wrong. You're explaining it too much. I need to talk to the YouTube. No, we've talked about this a lot, and so it's just this. It's one of those things where once you jump into a game, if you're not really expecting it to be one way, or you want to do something and you can't get something that out of it, it makes it not as fun. So, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. All hail Lord Clang. What? Oh. That doesn't sound fun. Oh, okay. I remember when I was doing a lot of game design at the university, for some reason, all of these computer programmers I knew in the classes that I was... There was like 5 or 6 of them, so it's not like a whole slew of them. It was these 5 guys. Every time we started a new game, they're like, okay, can we have some random elements like lightning that might just kill your character? And it's like, no. Why would you want that? And they're like, it's great. It makes total sense. It's like, that's not fun. Look, that's not fun in a game to just randomly die. Like, what are you thinking? Yeah, what are you guys on? Do we all need to be on it to understand what the hell you're talking about? I mean, yeah. So with D&D, in Pathfinder specifically, there's the rule of threes. If you roll 3 ones in a row, you instantly die. That's a, I don't know if that's actually, I think that's just it's almost a myth homebrew thing, right? Like everybody jokes about it and then it happens once in a while and it's like, no way. And then they freak out. Yeah. And I'm totally fine with the same thing, like roll 3 20s and it instantly dies. But D&D doesn't do the confirmation rules. So Kevin the Necromancer has done it twice. Has rolled 3 ones in a row twice, which was really funny. Because one time he was just, his skeletal companion was trying to corral an ooze. He was like just trying to scoot it away. And 3 nat ones later, the ooze ate the whole skeleton. So it was like, that just happened. That's weird. But with D&D, like you don't confirm the crits or the botches, so it's kind of like, oh, bummer. I don't know. I feel like 5th edition is missing out on that, and I still try to enact it. So if somebody rolls, yeah, I would say what I usually do to counteract that is, if you roll with advantage or disadvantage and you get the 20 or the 1s on both, it's like, roll it again and see what happens. If you get that 3rd one, we'll enact some damage. And I'm on board for that. I think that's really fun. But that, once again, that's not totally just randomly happening. Like the players are doing something. They've made a choice to roll. They have rolled. Versus being in a video game and just getting struck by lightning to death instantly for no reason. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah. It's just, yeah, we've talked about that, like Mr. Beast, whenever he does those Minecraft videos, he's always like in the world fucking with people. It's like, come on, just let the thing happen. Like, don't interrupt. But that's kind of the same thing. Like, they don't know what's going on. My diamonds. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that I think is different. And so like having disadvantages on weapons or what do you want to call that? Misfires are a good way to look at it. Detrimental effects on critical failures. Those can be fun too. Those can be really fun too. You almost chopped my rogue's head off with a 2-handed sword once, if you remember that. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. Was the Gygax said the reason they didn't deal with like having to coup de grace every single creature you fight, and that's why monsters don't have to roll death saves, is because a smart adventurer will step on the neck of a creature as they walk by, and it's like, oh, that's gruesome, but like, should they be allowed to do that to your players? Like what's the limiting factor for saying that, oh, you're down, and now the NPCs are just gonna kill you? And that's always rough as a DM, like deciding whether or not to do that. Yeah, I'm actually, I think I'm the opposite of that. Like, the more intelligent something is, the less they care that you're down, in my mind. Like, if you're getting attacked by wolves or like a manticore and they knock you to the ground, they're probably just going to keep biting you. Like, they don't care as long as no one else is attacking them. Like, if you're by themselves and you're the only one attacking them and they get you down, they're probably going to keep biting you. Versus like a tiefling who like knocks you down, knows that there's still danger nearby. So even if someone's not right next to them, they're gonna shift their attention to the nearest, the most dangerous thing in the room, and that's which happens to be the barbarian, who's now pissed off that you knocked their friend out. Right? He's not gonna spend a turn being like, "Ha ha ha! Look at me!" It's like that guy's gonna die. Like, there's no way about that. But yeah, I feel like the less that's generally how I deal with NPCs and monsters, is like, what would they do based on the placement? Like, that's as much. They don't have a fast and loose rule. The giant frog. Hold on. This is supposed to be this is a death cleric, not a paladin. Yeah, we can do a death cleric. All right. Yep. Oh, he needs the sensor. That's right. I was gonna give him a shovel. Dang it, Ace. Mm-hmm. Aggro table. Get out of here. Because he's a grave cleric, I will give him a shovel, Ace. I think that's a good call. Yeah, exactly. Like, each aggro table is really funny. I've never had anybody ask for the aggro table for D&D. That is good. I definitely think that you have to make all those things up per situation. I've even gone to the effect of, like, if you especially when you randomly start fights that you really weren't supposed to, like a bar fight or something, I think the moments right before the fight can change how the attack dynamic will happen. I've said this before. This is one of my favorite moments. We had this huge, like, 4 or 5 episode build up to a boss fight, and, like, my team gets there, they show up, and the boss is like, you finally made it. And Kevin the Necromancer goes, "Fuck you!" And he's like, "No, fuck you!" And then that was the fight. That was it. It shifted that fast. I didn't get any of the exposition out. No storytelling. Just like, that's it. Combat's starting. Everybody kill Kevin. And that's how it works. Like, that's it. So yeah, I definitely think if you have, like, a cool rule for how you decide who attacks whom, I think it'd be fun to hear. But generally, that's how I play my games. It's just very off the cuff, in the moment type stuff based on the creature and, the player. And I think that's our Death Cleric Grung. But did you die? Oh, yeah. All right, there's Steve as the barbarian. I'm doing this really quick and sloppily because of the fan art rules. Fan arts are for Fridays. Plus, I don't... Well, somebody wanted Steve as a barbarian, which is just a barbarian, I think. Except, how do you make it Minecraft? There you go. Yep, just make him really blocky. Ah! Monster rabbits. There you go. Yeah, that's lucky. Should I give this rabbit like big teeth? I know that's like the cartoony thing to do. Okay, good. Are we talking like Vorpaldinger fangs? Claws and fangs. Okay. Thank you, Jonas. Yeah, why are there any dog races? It's a werewolf. Anybody can be a werewolf. Doesn't need to be a race. Oh, did someone forget to roll for werewolfism? At the start of the next campaign, you should just ask them, like, all right, roll for fish lust. Like, what? Like, you really want to eat some fish right now. That's the wereshark. That's the curse of the wereshark, is that they have to eat fish every 24 hours, or they slowly start eating other types of meat. That sounded way more sexual than I wanted it to be. I thirst for man flesh. Thirst was the wrong word. Thirst was definitely the wrong word. Yeah, but saying you lust for man flesh isn't much better. I uploaded the Homebrew link in the channel for the Discord. Let's check this out. On the tank. 28 to 30 AC. What level is this character? I guess he's got 22 strength. That's not too... I just now saw the homebrew. I haven't looked at this in a little while, so I need to scroll through this. Yeah. I don't know how to read that word, but I assume it means rabbit. Is it that's not the word? Close. I'm not going to read it because I can't read it. I don't know if it's appropriate. Omnivision. I actually really like that idea. I like the idea that the position of the eyes changes. I don't think omnivision is the right term because that implies other things. But having 180-degree vision is a cool idea, giving stealth checks disadvantage. You might want to word that as a you get perception advantage on perception checks for sight-based things around you. Or movement would be good too, because that's kind of what rabbits are good at. They're good at noticing movement around them. Cool idea, though. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, you have proficiency in perception. Like, that makes sense. Vision. Yeah, lagomorph means rabbit. Yeah, rabbit predators. Interesting. It's a man-witch. But which kind? Is it a sandwich for men, or is it a sandwich of men? I will have this conversation forever. Because a spam sandwich is not a sandwich for spam. It is a sandwich made out of spam. A tuna fish sandwich is not for tuna fish. That's all I'm saying. That would be a sandwich spam. See, there's a difference. Words mean things, Ace. Words mean things. Brian, thank you. Thank you, and welcome to the chat. But see, you're missing the... But you're missing the what's the, I don't know any of my actual English language terms, which is awful that I'm trying to give you a lesson in English, not being able to because I don't know it well enough. That's great. So the hypocrisy is not lost on me. but spam sandwich, like you need a clarifier there. Spam what sandwich? Spam sandwich where? Quick, spam the sandwiches. That's a sentence. But only if you know what sandwiches to which you are referring. So... Clarifiers, yes, that's what I was trying to think. You need clarifiers in that sentence. Otherwise, it's just spam sandwiches. Is that a question? Or, like, you need the clarifiers there. I believe Luxodon get advantage on smell-based checks. Yeah, they do. I think that makes sense. But it's the same thing. Yeah, I think that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think the disadvantage should be on the player. I think you should have advantage. That's the only thing that I would say with that kind of racial feature is that since you have the good eyesight, you get advantage versus making their stealth worse. Yeah. Because whether or not you can see someone behind you doesn't help your party members see them. Look at my eyes. Look through my eyes. Just psychically project your vision into other people. That could be a whole thing. That being said, spamming sandwiches, that could be an interesting attack. Did you guys ever see the Sandwich Wizard? On Harmon Quest? I can't remember. You guys haven't seen Harmon Quest? Oh my goodness. Go check out Harmon Quest if you can. It might be locked behind a paywall in my now that I think about it. It could be why no one has seen it. But it's Dan Harmon playing D&D. Well, technically he's playing Pathfinder, but same difference. Yes, Bri, thank you. Welcome. Didn't even see a stream had started. Been watching too much YouTube news coverage. I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling. This is not blood, by the way. This is a tattoo. Just pointing that out. YouTube, don't scream at me. You know what? Let's just change the color of it. Let's just change the color. Yep. We don't want an Invader Zim situation going on here. There we go. The story behind Invader Zim getting canceled on Nickelodeon was that Gert covered himself in, what was it? I think pizza sauce? Maybe gravy. I can't remember. Either way, it looked like he was covered in blood and gore, which was the intent, I believe. I mean, the original creator of that show made a comic book called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, so take that however you want. But either way, got canceled because Gert was covered in blood. And I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. You're drawing violent blood bunnies. That's not a sentence I thought I would say today. Maybe another time, but not today. Okay, Harmon Quest. Well, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I think it's the most funny, though, because... oh, no. Who's the DM for that? He's really good. He does a really good job. And Dan Harmon has no idea what he's doing. That's the best part of it, is that Dan Harmon, Rick and Morty fame, just does not know what he's doing most of the time, and that makes it really fun. I guess Dan Harmon's also famous for, like, Community. He's famous for a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, don't be sorry. To each their own. I had a weird conversation about Rick and Morty with one of my younger family members. They were like, this show is so funny because it's edgy. And I'm like, this show is super depressing because it is a little too close to home a lot of the time. And I still love it. But like, it's interesting that like those two different views can be true. And that's, I think, the beauty of it. I mean, I think a lot of people kind of put the air to it that, like, oh, the show is so deep. I'm like, it's not. It's very, very visceral. It's very on point a lot of the time. Like, it's very, very curt and crude. And so there's definitely a lot of people that like that kind of edgy humor, and I think they get the edgy humor, but they don't take it for what it is, which is kind of like a critique. And it's good either way. If you just want to watch it for the comedic value of it, it's good. If you want to watch it because you need a little catharsis, like self-degradation, it's good for that too. And I think it's definitely based on your kind of where you are in the world. If it's suggestion day, I would like to add it. Too late? Yep. In honor of the new playtest for Pathfinder Gunslinger Monk, maybe an orc that could be changed to a more appropriate race. Yeah, there's not a lot of higher meaning in it. Like, Rick Sanchez is an asshole. Done. Like, that's the whole. That's as high level as the show gets. Like people are kind of shitty sometimes. Exactly. Yeah. Let's do it. And some of that stuff, like some of it gets a little too far. Like Justin Roiland can, oh man, he can push a joke too far, like beyond my limits, to where people still think it's funny, but I don't. And yeah, Dan Harmon is usually, especially with the self-deprecating humor, it goes a little far beyond me sometimes as well. But I'm pretty happy with that show and some of the other stuff Dan Harmon has done. So that's as far as I want to do with the bunny. I think that's pretty good. Like that's my giant rabbit monster face. It looks like I give him a hoodie, which is kind of interesting. he's got like a hoodie. Yeah, do some of this. He's like, "What up, yo?" Maybe we'll put like a Nike logo on it. And now I just got sued. It's gonna be a bikey logo. That's what it's called. Yep, it's a boomerang. It's a golf club. Boomerang rabbit. Is there a character that is a rabbit that has a boomerang somewhere? The Easter Bunny. What? Oh, okay. I have not seen that, but that sounds familiar. So I'm sure I saw something about that. Did we draw that once? Huh. Egyptian, dwarven. What was so? So we need a gunslinger orc. I can do that. Did you guys see that they added rocket jumping in Pathfinder 2nd Edition? It's one of the gunslinger feats. While you're moving, you can shoot your gun behind you to make yourself go faster or jump farther. That's pretty great. There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, the rocket jump is a classic move from, what is it, like Quake? I want to say Quake. That might not be right. Oh my goodness. I had a weird conversation. I watched Picard the other week. Started watching Picard, the new Star Trek. And they had like a... You didn't like it? I thought it was great. Oh, I think it was really good. Quake used to have the 8-ball gun, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Yeah, the 8-ball gun, the nail gun, telefragging. Oh, telefragging was fun. Which brings me to Picard. There was a a moment when they get to Starfleet and there's like all these people coming out of teleporter doorways, like archways, almost like a turnstile. Just like that many people walking in and out of these 5 different places. And then at the same time, people would be walking the other way, and then they would go through the same doors. And I'm like, no, they're going to telefrag each other. And I started like having a crisis about if you have one teleporter arch, how do you know when people are going one way or the other? And how do they not both go in at the same time and explode? But I'm like, I had to sit down and rationally think of a system to allow multiple people to walk through different portals at the same time. And I was just like, I need to calm down. There's something wrong with me. So I had a moment. And it was weird nerd panic. So that was fun. Dwarven Paladin, Egyptian Dwarven Paladin. All right, we can do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or did we post references? It's been so... Oh, okay. Egypt. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely... I enjoyed it more than Discovery, and I still don't know what it was about Discovery that I just didn't. Well, actually, I take that back. I know exactly why I didn't like Discovery. It's because most of the season was about the opposite reality, and I always hate the evil Star Trek reality shows. And that was like, what a whole series about it? And it was like, I haven't yet, and I've been told I need to watch season 2, so I might get back into that, But yeah, Dark Realms Star Trek, not a fan. Just gonna. Wait, Discovery, Picard, or the dark side of Star Trek? Evil Kirk. Well, there's Kirk, and then there's Evil Kirk, and I just want to say least favorite Star Trek episode. Followed by freaking Deep Space Nine, evil Deep Space Nine. Just ugh. I think there's an allure for actors to want to play like, oh, can I play the evil version of my character? And it's always so over the top and weird. And it's just like, I just want to see what's happening with the characters that I care about. I don't give a crap about their evil counterparts. Deep Space Nine is great. You should check that out. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I really like Deep Space Nine. Do you want me to actually go into the details? It's a space station, yeah. Star Trek, but on a space station. Pretty good. Oh, yeah. Lots of interesting stuff happens. They find a wormhole, basically, as part of it. And then, so the space station is defending the wormhole. Yeah, Romulans, I think? A little bit of everything. It deals with occupation and, when are people, which is something I liked about Next Generations. Was all about whether androids are people, basically. And I like that kind of concept of talking about that kind of thing. Data's great. Give him a... that happens a lot, to be totally honest. Talking about Quantum Leap? Oh, Voyager. They aren't lost in time. They're lost on the other side of the galaxy. Yeah. They get thrown into the Delta Quadrant, which is 2 letters away from where they're used to be. I think Star Trek works best when they're out killing Space God. You know, that's a thing. That's a thing you can do. Why not? I'm going to be totally honest here. I'm basing all of this off of Stargate. So let me know. Let me know. I just feel like Dwarven Egyptian paladins would just be Stargate people. Yeah, Stargate's awesome. I think it's on Netflix now, which I'm super excited for. Maybe I'll... Not like I haven't seen the whole series before. I think I did the exact same pose as the last one. No, that was that one. No, I've done some different poses. Yeah, I was. I'm doing the same pose. That's funny. Let's change that up. We'll give that its own thing. Yep. We'll try that again. We'll try that again. Oh, I was thinking about that. I thought Star Trek was basically about killing space things. It depends on which one you're watching. Kirk was all about killing, like meeting new races and then killing them. Or sleeping with them, yeah. I mean, very James Bond, right? Very James Bond. But Next Generations was definitely less about killing things. I have not watched it yet, but it's an animated series of Star Trek, right? Okay. I haven't seen it yet. Have you watched it? Is it any good? That's good. I feel like maybe I should have gone with Anubis, but I really like the Cobra fans. This doesn't feel like a dwarf at all. Maybe his beard's hanging out. It's always the theming is the problem I always run into, because a lot of my characters are very similar in armor design. So when I have to do a specific theme, it always kind of screws me up. You want a dwarven paladin? Oh, I can give you a dwarven paladin. So fast. Now I just have to make it an Egyptian dwarven paladin. Because I don't know anything about it. I'll give him a giant one of these. That feels very Egyptian to me. Can't remember what those are called. Do this. Kopesh, yep, that'll work. We'll give him some big old armor here. I'm going to do bands here. I don't think I'm going to do full plate. I am going to make this part metal, though. We'll probably give it a neck collar. No, I don't think they did. I think it was. Then we're gonna do chunky dwarf legs. Zorbo show. This is pretty good. Let's do. You've never seen someone that looks happy? Gotcha. Maybe you are. Have you taken stock of your current mental state? When I was younger, everyone used to tell me that, like, man, you just look pissed off. I'm like, well, I'm pissed off all the time. That's how it works. There's a reason for it. What are these? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Okay, I think we need, like, bigger forearms. Lots of... What if his beard is really poofy and, like, stuffed in the armor? That looks like he's got it. You know what? I'm okay with that. We're going to stick with that. We're going to go like this. It's going to make him look like Dr. Robotnik. So good. You know, I haven't watched. Sure. Is this a joke or is this a? Well, if you're Doctor Who, nothing. And it'll eventually all become resolved, so... Yep. Yep, no idea. Gotcha. Yep. What's the... I guess I'll die. I guess you die is the answer. Okay. Hey, don't don't backtrack it. I'm going to go ahead and just call that out what it is as bad writing, so I'm not too worried about that happening. Well, we're going really deep into something that you said you didn't watch. I think this is my dwarf now. Do I want to... I think I'm going to expand out the beard, though. I want it to be a little poofier. Just, like, not enough room. There we go. His hair is just poofy in the background. I hope this is up to your approval. All right. Oh, I didn't draw the arm. Hold on. There we go. I have a bunch of characters I want to play that I have not gotten the opportunity to yet. You want to play a Duergar? Duergar would be pretty good. Duergar seemed pretty great. Alright, Orc Gunslinger. That was interesting. I did not know that. I'll have to check that out. You should have 5 fingers, I believe. Oh, semantics. My least favorite thing about anything ever that existed. Oh, yeah. No, that's different, though. I did not... That's not what I wanted to draw. I wanted to draw. Once again, contextual clues does not doesn't answer the questions. Because they're slinky. That doesn't matter. Dragons can fly silently? Because that doesn't sound right to me. They have some kind of like magical aura of silence. Woo. Oh. Oh, there you go then. See, that answered my question. Go ahead. Interesting. Well, that sounds like someone accidentally wrote something that was bullshit and tried to correct it. That's what that sounds like. Dragons are too big to fly. Magic! Okay. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. It's totally fine. I'm just... We talk about this a lot, especially for like first semester design students. If you have to describe something with magic, you're being lazy. Everything you build should fit in your world. So that's why like the Pathfinder system and the D&D system have the circles of magic. Like there's a level of explanation that's not just because, right? It doesn't have to make total sense. You don't have to fully understand it. But people in the world should have a concept of what it is and why it's working that way. At least it has to be consistent to your own universe. So that's all that really is. Like if dragons can only fly because of magic, like that's one thing. But like make sure that that's true for dragons in your universe. among other things. Like, are there other things that fly like that? Probably are in D&D, and I'm not too worried about it, but D&D's also had, like, what, 30, 40 years now of time to write all that stuff out. Oh, yeah. I assume you read a Dragon book at some point in time. There you go. Okay, what kind of hair would a gunslinger orc monk have? A bun? I'm thinking top knot. But did you say James Bond? What kind of hair does James Bond have? Is it a suave pompadour? I don't think he has a pompadour. He might have I think he's, yeah. I mean, Pierce Brosnan had some pretty, I think he had the longer, like, 90s hair, or early 2000 hair, but no, it was 90s. I'm pretty sure that was was there someone weird in between Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig? Because Daniel Craig just had, like, I think his hair was just cut short. I think it was just super cut short. James Bond has more of a high and tight. Okay. Yeah, writers can be really careless about because magic, and it really, like, it's not hard to get away from that, but it's a bad. Really, what it is it's a bad answer. And that's where, especially for design students, when you're trying to design something, if someone can deflate all of your design by asking one question that you have to answer with because magic, it means you need to spend more time on it. It means you need to think about it more. You need to be very, very deliberate with your concepts. That would be pretty cool. Let's do some of it. And then we'll give him a giant plasma gun right here in the back. Boodle-doo. A plasma rifle. Oh yeah, you can have plasma. You can have whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, you can get into, like, Starfinder, and like, it's all kind of works. You can really do whatever you want with it. Yeah. What's the... I do miss the touch attacks. I'm wearing armor. Cool. Lightning bolt. Ah! Let's do... Yep. Evil people can do good things, and vice versa. Remember, the alignment chart is just for context. This doesn't look right. I have the body facing. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do almost like a Hellboy type thing with this orc to make him like a gunslinger. Yeah, but I think I went kind of the wrong direction with this. So I might change this. I drew the whole face without drawing the body, which is the problem that happened here. Yeah, the Hellboy movie, the new one that came out, felt. I think the theming, like their concept for it, was a lot better, and I think it was a bad movie. Is the problem? I think they stuck a lot closer to like the original comic kind of concepts, where everything is jacked up and you're gonna lose eventually, and Hellboy's just trying to survive as long as possible in it. But the pacing of it was so fast and just didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. It was so unfortunately it was a good story and it was just a bad movie, and it's a bummer. But it looked great. The pacing was bad. Yeah, it was too quick. Things weren't explained. Things weren't like nothing made sense. It was just like, yeah. Lots of weird stuff. Lots of weird stuff happened in that movie. Yeah, I'm of the mind that if a movie is good, spoilers don't matter. Like if the whole crux of your movie being good is based on the weird twist ending at the end, that's not a good movie. Yeah, I'm looking at you, M. Night Shyamalan. The movie should be good regardless of whether or not you know it. You know, Lady in the Water was weird, and like that was like, it was just such a bizarre adventure, and and it's just like, I don't know what I just watched, and then at the end you're like, none of that made sense, but I really liked it. I really liked the whole experience. Why did that guy have a big arm? like almost the movie almost didn't need any context or make sense just because of what it was, and so that's why I liked that one. It wasn't good. Like it didn't go anywhere. It didn't make any sense, and the ending wasn't fulfilling. But it was a weird adventure to see happen. It was just like these 6 people in a apartment complex dealing with a weird situation. So I don't know. It was weird. He did Signs, yep. Which once again, weird adventure. Didn't make a lot of sense. Fun to watch. Oh yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think that exists. I think you made that up. No, that also same thing. Great source material, bad movie. Just general bad movie. And I have in the past said, like, things can be, like, you can hate things and still accept that they're good. You can like things and they can be bad. I think those were bad. If people want to debate me on that, cool. Like, let's talk about it, because I don't see why they were good. I love Spider-Man. Like, most things Spider-Man I love. But my metric for movies of whether a movie is good or not is Spider-Man 3. Like, is it Spider-Man 3? yes or no. Because Spider-Man 3 is like, this is a bad movie. Like, you had all the potential, all the money. This is a bad movie. Like, yeah, no, that's emo Spider-Man. So, well, that's not good. Okay, I don't know if I should talk about this right now. It's noon right now, and it is, there's some weird stuff going on at the Capitol, so I'm gonna kind of pause for a minute. And we're gonna take a quick break ski, and we're gonna see what's going on. So, I'm gonna hang out for a minute. They are evacuating the house right now as protesters are assaulting the Capitol. So that's fun. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, I think that might be good. I hope everyone is safe and everyone is being smart right now. Everyone take your time. Hey, we drew a D&D orc. If you're here, hang out with us. Let's be cool and hang out. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right now so we can all go take care of whatever we need to take care of and see what's going on. I'll be around on Discord today. I'll be hanging out a little bit. I have some stuff to take care of this afternoon. Yeah. Be happy, be safe out there, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Tomorrow is Thursday. We might be playing some D&D in the morning, which I think will be really cool. I will most likely put that on the Discord alone. I'll upload that to the Patreons later, and then I think I am going to start releasing those on the YouTube if people would like to hear that. It is just an audio medium, but if you have suggestions for how I should do that, whether you just want like a backsplash or you want something, I don't know, lo-fi, let me know. I'm going to go check out what's going on here with our country, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So stay happy, stay healthy, and keep your dice on the table, everybody. We will catch you tomorrow. All right, let's look at this. Spider-Man 3 had a lot of good concepts, but it's way too overcrowded for a film. Yeah, exactly. I think that's absolutely right.